It's the season premiere of Ashland High School girls basketball. Bob Thacker and Brian Mooney getting set to bring you the home opener between the Ashland Clockers and the Medway Mustangs. Clockers, as you can see here in the warm-ups, sporting brand new warm-ups with their names on the back. They fundraised for those themselves. Clockers coming off a season that was very successful last year, as they were a very, very competitive team. And I think they finished 9-9, didn't they, Brian?
Yeah, they finished 9-9 for the year. I believe they had a play-in game to get into the tournament, the Division III tournament, and then lost the first round of the tournament. But I think that was, I think it was terrific. They were a very underclassmen team last year. They had only one senior that played a lot, in Teresa DiMatteo, that they lost. She was a tough one to lose, of course, and she's a...
was she their leading scorer last year, statistically?
She was their leading scorer statistically. I think she was really certainly their best player. But I think the returners that they got this year is the rest of the team, essentially, and I think it really bodes well. And I think probably the most important returner is the coach. They have traditionally, they've changed coaches on a yearly basis every year, and I think you truly lose a lot of continuity. You have no idea how your program's going to work and how you're going to stay with it. And I think even this year, they have only 3 seniors on the team, so it's a continuing building, a continuing development of the program, I think, overall, that's going to be hold them in good stead, hopefully for a while to come. You know, as you get a little better, your program gets stronger, you tend to get more players that want to come and play with you. And I think
we're talking about Rob Richardson, of course, second year.
Teams such as Medfield, Medway, and Westwood that have coaching continuity, team continuity, they tend to field better teams. You know, it's clearly Westwood will be the class of the league again this year. But I think Ashland's going to be pretty much competitive with everyone else. I think they got a real good shot. Jackie Jenkins, I think, a terrific point guard. I've liked her for a couple of years. And Lauren Hood, I think, is going to be a potential star in this league. I think they...
Lauren had a fantastic opening night, scoring 18 of the first 22 Clocker points of the season as they routed Holliston in the second half. The final was 50-26 at Holliston. A great start to the season against a traditionally very tough opponent.
Right. Holliston, I think, the last couple of years has not been nearly as strong as they were prior.
They've been sliding.
They have been sliding a bit, particularly for a Division II school with the size that they're at. But as I said, I think Ashland's going in the right direction. I think they will have a very competitive team this year. They apparently have new uniforms too. I like the look.
All new unis.
I like the look. Medway has always been a weak sister to Westwood, which everyone is, but they've always had a very strong team.
They played Westwood on opening night just 3 nights before this game, which is being played on December 20th, 2002, the home opener for the Clockers. And they went down to Westwood 62-48, which is about as close as you can get to a win. They played an 11-point game against Westwood last year. That was the closest Westwood came.
And Westwood is back-to-back state champs, undefeated state champs.
They ran the table 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. It's an incredibly strong team.
So they're on a 53-game winning streak as we speak. This is the starting lineup for the Medway Mustangs being introduced. Their 2 best players,
Katie Dacier and Tina Nasker, I think they're leading scorers and they're better players. They don't have a heck of a lot of size. They're not small. But
Marcus can play too. She wears 12. Katie Dacier wears 20, and Tina Nasker wears 35. Kristen Kelly, number 11, is also an experienced player. And joining them in the starting lineup is Joyce Ferdinand, 21, I believe.
She is a returner from last year also.
And the Clockers introduced at home for the first time this season. Number 10, Karen Rennie, getting the start, a sophomore.
They may be doing all the players, I'm not sure.
Number 11 is Lauren Hood. Number 4, Ashley Zapert, returning players from last year's team. Number 22 is Jessica Wells, the center. who along with number 12 Jackie Jenkins are the co-captains of the 2002-2003 Clockers. And now we're going to have the recorded version of the Star Spangled Banner. Three freshmen on the squad this year made the team. Congratulations to Courtney Hart, wearing number 3, Kristen Zollemeyer wearing 21, and Samantha Tejeda wearing 23.
I like that idea. If you can filter them in, and if you can bring them in slowly and not have them have to take a major role, you can really build your program around upcoming kids. And I said even who may be one of their most valuable players this year will be Lauren Hood, and she's just a sophomore. As you said, she lit it up against Holliston. She's got some size. She's got some terrific basketball moves. I truly think Ashland's going to be very competitive in almost every game this year. Even if they don't improve their record over the 9-9, I think they're going to be a more competitive team. They're still not in Westwood's league, but no one is.
You can tell even from the opening games, Paul, Brian, Ashland handled Holliston easily. Bellingham slaughtered Millis. Hopkinton clobbered Dover Sherburne. Medfield beat Norton easily, and Westwood over Medway. So already one game into the season, you can start to see things develop.
Yes, I agree.
The Mustangs control.
Ashland's
You'll
coming
see
out
a lot of Dacier with the ball, and that's what you're seeing right now. That's Joyce Ferdinand.
Medway's a very, very solid, well-coached team. They don't usually make a lot of mistakes. They work it around for a good shot, usually get one off. Ashland's got this 2-3 zone, which is pretty active.
Ferdinand throws it up. It doesn't go. Here come the Clockers. Jenkins ahead to Hood. She lays it in.
Nice job running the floor by Lauren Hood, and an excellent job by Jackie Jenkins picking it up.
First 2 points of the home season go the Clockers' way. They bring Nasker out to work with Dacier. Kelly's got it now.
Ashland zone.
She's bothered by Rennie.
Yep.
A long shot by Ferdinand Nasker rather, is in and out. Here comes Jenkins.
That was a nice box-out job by Jess Wells that time, too.
A. Zapert, top of the key, swings it to Hood. She lays it in.
Again, excellent.
4-0, Ashland leading by 4.
Good movement without the ball and good looks by the Ashland players so far.
Clocker defense relentless. Zapert picks up a foul she didn't want.
Well, the reach-in stuff that the officials tend to call very quickly, but I like the aggressive stop by Ashland's defense.
Dacier and Nasker playing catch. Dacier gets it over to Ferdinand at the 3-point arc. They swing it to the top of the key. Dacier down the lane. It's up and down. They let it go.
That's a walk.
Here comes Jenkins. Again, this is into Jess Wells, who couldn't handle it.
Sometimes you have to read the player who you're going to throw that ball to. That ball was a little bit low. Lauren Hood has a tendency to handle that ball a little bit better. Jess Wells is not really a scorer, but she is a terrific defender and rebounder. I think she needs to look more for her scoring this year that she has in the last 2 years.
No backcourt pressure by either team. You don't see it too much in the TVL Girls League. The long jumper is short by Kelly. Jenkins swings it blindly. Bad pass. Dacier with, she couldn't use her left hand, Brian. It killed her. And a jump ball.
I'm kind of surprised she didn't. She certainly was
using it. It was an easy layup, but you needed to use your left hand.
It was a bad decision by Jackie Jenkins that time, trying to throw that ball too far across court without that much zip on it. It was kind of a no-look deal, too. Just too much distance to throw it.
And we need a reset of something. 4-0, 13:35 left to go. First half action just underway here at Ashland High School, Ashland and Medway. The home opener for the Clockers in their new uniforms. Sporting a lot more red than we're used to seeing, Brian.
That's a pretty good looking uniform.
Yeah,
actually.
You got to use that third color for marketing. I like the red, white, and blue.
I do too. Very nice looking uniforms. It was a nice job by Lauren Hood that time, looking to take it to the basket and picked up the foul.
Clockers in their home white, Mustangs in their visiting navy blue. Zapert. The rainbow doesn't connect. Dacier on the cut to Naska. She tried to dish, but she got fouled. That should be a shooting foul. It could have been if she had gone up. Somehow.
She was trying to drop it down.
Oh, no question. No question. But if she had felt that pressure, she could have gone to the hoop and been to the line. Not again. Not again. She can't do it. She's short again. Kelly can't find the range. Kristen Kelly, number 11. They get it into Hood. She tries to scoop. Nothing doing.
That one, she got a little too deep on that.
Dacier trying to do it alone and picks up a foul on the hard drive.
Jenkins actually had pretty good position on that particular play, and Dacier just kind of swung it wide herself. There was some contact. That would have been probably a no-call place. And Jenkins may be one of their more valuable players, too. Tough one to lose. The point guard, she handles the ball well. She looks for the inside game. 2 fouls in just 3 minutes is not really a good thing.
Medway can't get on the board.
Not yet.
Missed everything they've taken from the line and the field. 4-0 Ashland. This is Jillian Brooks. Wants to go. Goes to her left hand. Drives with the left hand and lays it in.
A very, very nice drive.
Clockers really hustling back on defense.
Well, they're looking pretty sharp so far.
3 layups. No good again by Naska. Ferdinand, a good rebound. Dacier's open, turns down the 3. They get it back to Ferdinand, who goes into the lane and doesn't get it. It was off the mark. 6-0 Ashland. Jillian Brooks. Oh, Hood's open. Oh, it's Rennie. She lays it up. No good. She was all alone. I don't think she realized she was that alone. Clock is reset. Wells. Who's got it? Jenkins tries to drive, and she's going to get 2 shots.
So far, Ashland's taken, what, 5 or 6 shots, and every single one of them has come inside the paint. Perfect place to play the game.
No outside shots.
Actually, Zapert took 1, but for the most part, they're taking everything inside.
Zapert took a long 2 from the corner. You're right. Jenkins, a very good free throw shooter. That one comes out of the bottom of the hoop and goes back out. First substitution of the game, maybe. It's number 24. who didn't make the program, wearing the visiting uniform that doesn't match up with our program. We'll decide later what to actually call her.
Like the coach is questioning the amount of air in the ball, and apparently the referee agrees with him, is about to release some. Too much bounce to that ball.
You know, I could tell that. the way that went in and out. Ah, it's dead now. It has to do with holding it out and see how far it bounces up. And speaking of air balls, Courtney Hart, the freshman sensation, makes her first appearance at Ashland High School on the varsity. Courtney, a Tri-Valley League All-Star in girls soccer this fall, now making her mark on the basketball team. First one off the bench for Coach Rob Richardson. Nasker again, in and out again.
Again, excellent position under the boards for the Ashland rebounders.
Hood clears now. Hart is the point guard.
Got some quickness.
Gets it to Brooks. Goes to the key. Back out to Hart. Hood a little deeper. Blocked. Erica Marcus stuffed her. Erica hasn't seen the ball.
Ashland's defense has been very, very good so far.
Dacier bounces that pass off of Karen Rennie's foot. 6-0 Ashland. Wells got pushed in the back by that number 24. Let's see, if a process of elimination, maybe we can tell who she is.
24?
Can't see the other numbers. I don't think she's 23. We'll find that out at halftime for you. Stay tuned. Jump ball coming up. No, they clear it. Dacier hasn't been able to get anything going as the Mustangs have gone 6 minutes scoreless. Now she takes a three way off. Fight for the rebound. Marcus picks it up. She's doubled. They doubled Naska. She tries to drive the base. The pass is picked off by Hart.
Oh, no.
And a travel on Hart somehow.
Good read. Excellent read that time by Courtney Hart, though. The way the ball was going, she got in the passing lane and got away with it. Good defense on the out-of-bounds play, too, that way. Force it outside. Nothing inside out of bounds.
Doubling the ball. Brooks takes it. Here comes Hart and the Clockers. AZ down the lane. Off to Jillian Brooks. It's off the mark. She gets her own rebound. She's pushed from behind. No foul. A Medway ball.
That shot was a little bit quick, though. They need to be a little bit more patient and working inside.
Jillian got bumped in the back there, but I guess not, huh? There's a substitution. 23's coming in, and that's going to be Danielle Kelly, one of two Kellys on the team. She takes Kristen Kelly's place. I think they're related. They sort of look alike.
Kristen and Danielle certainly could be.
Marcus hasn't been getting the ball. They try to force it into her. She's doubled, and Hart takes it away from her, but they call it a jump ball. And by possession arrow, Medway retains the ball. And they will inbound it from underneath their basket, underneath the Clocker goal, actually. Naska with a good up fake, clears herself and leaves it short. Dacier, hotly guarded by Zapert. She gets free enough to get shot up and get fouled and get to the line. See if she can put an end to this 7-minute Mustang scoring drought.
Dacier is obviously a player, and she's looking for her offense, just hasn't dropped yet. Get to the line, and that's what you need to do. If you're not getting the ball to go in the hole, get to the line, make the freebies.
Nice form on that free throw.
Yeah, she's a player. She's a real good player.
And the top is off the basket for the Mustangs. 6-2. Ashland leading by 4. And 9 minutes left to go in the first half. JV game was a low-scoring affair, Brian. Looks like we might be heading to something like that ourselves. Courtney Hart underneath.
Again, excellent look that time by Zapert to find her in the lane. Ashland stays with that look, looking inside all the way. They're going to win this game pretty easily, too.
Way off. A foul they're calling on Brooks.
I must admit I didn't see that. It was a good job blocking out that time by Lauren Hood. I guess they're calling it a shooting foul to boot.
Girls, who's 24?
Annalise Pfeiffer, the JV players tell me, is the name of the number 24 at the line. She's 14 on our program, Brian.
Yes.
And she's got the form. She drains her first free throw, 8-3. Ashland leading by 5.
A sign of a well-coached team. They tend to make their free throws.
Well, now how does that equate when you have a guy like Shaquille O'Neal with a coach like he's got?
The NBA is a little bit different world.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't mean that. What's the name of their coach for the Lakers?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say he's not a good coach because Shaq can't shoot free throws.
You certainly wouldn't.
Of course, that must be the exception that proves the rule, whatever that means. Hood, swish. Wow. Nothing but net. 10-4. Clockers leading by 6.
Tell you what, this
battered away by Zapert.
zone has been very, very effective for Ashland.
She's unhappy because it was totally unnecessary. She should have just picked it off. There was no one around her. Marcus was open for a second. They didn't get it to her. Naska throws it away. Zapert hard to the hoop. Misses the layup. Courtney Hart blocked underneath.
It's too bad. Did everything right but finished. That was really a nice play by Zapert.
It's amazing, Brian. Sometimes the lack of pressure makes you miss. You're expecting, you're anticipating that your shot is going to be challenged, and when it isn't, you end up leaving it short or something.
Again, nice defense. Ashland's zone is working exceptionally well here. Really got Medway frustrated. They're having extreme difficulty getting to any shots inside the lane.
And no good shots, that's for sure. They've had about 3 good shots so far here in the first half, and we're over halfway.
Nice give and go.
Tough look in past the Hart. Blocked again. Hood cleans it up. In, out, in.
She is a
12-4. Ashland leading by 8.
She's always around the ball under there. Always seems to get herself free and always seems to pick up a lot of offensive rebounds.
Naska just cannot sink anything. We got a kick ball here. It's going to be a new shot clock and Medway ball out of bounds. Dacier, a good passer. So they have her inbounded. Naska well beyond the arc. Now they swing it to Pfeiffer, who takes it in, stumbles, and fires it out of bounds. They're saying it was deflected.
Yeah, I think they missed the foul. That's why they call it a deflection. I think Ashley Zapert stepped on her foot.
Naska for 3. Way off. Hart ahead to Wells. Loses a dribble. Gets it to Zapert. Tries to work it into Hood. Dacier steals it.
Yeah, that
Pfeiffer gets it into Kelly. They just take it away from
They
her.
absolutely swallow it up anytime in the low post. They're a very aggressive defense.
Lauren Hood down the lane and one.
There you.
Subs for the Clockers as Rennie and Sam Tejada making her home debut. She's wearing number 3. Rennie is number 10. Ashley Zapert and Jill Brooks take a rest.
A good substitution too, I think. It's in order to maintain this kind of pressure that they're trying to maintain, the aggressiveness of the zone, you really need some fresh bodies. The only substitution up to that point in the first 10 minutes of the game was the substitution because of Jackie Jenkins' 2 fouls. I like what this coach was doing.
He's already used 8 players. He's got 13 on his roster this season. Joyce Ferdinand back in the game. Dacier, a wide open 3, back rims it. Hood.
Nice job.
Rennie clears.
Nice job by Rennie.
Nice interception by Dacier. It goes to Naska. Not a dribbler. She's carrying it. She loses it. Gets it to Kelly. Back to Ferdinand. Dacier gets it into Kelly, who was open, but she hurried the shot. Hit nothing.
Well, hard hit because the defense was getting there. They are really, really active.
Hart swings it to Sam Tejada. Dacier takes it away. Remains Clocker ball.
Yeah, Dacier got away with a couple of fouls on that play.
2 freshmen now in the back court, and Dacier is giving them fits, and now she steals it.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to learn when you're overmatched too. If Dacier is that much better than you are, you just need to kind of pass it around her. Don't try to take it by her.
Kelly wide open, front rim. That was a good opportunity and a nice pass by Dacier.
That was a good shot.
But nothing going right for the Medway Mustangs. Tejada down the lane, wild shot.
Yeah, that one was a little bit forced. But you don't need that.
Naska tries to drive. She's open. She's got it.
Walk.
She walked. No basket.
It really was.
Under 5 minutes left to go in the first half. Ashland 15, Medway 4. Clockers leading by 11. Wells now goes base. Nice pass into Hart. She's stuffed again. She's had 3 shots blocked underneath. Ahead to Ferdinand. Kelly turns down that shot that time after misfiring on 2 or 3.
Block shots tend to intimidate you some too.
Dacier's open. Little too open. Swish.
She can play.
15-6. Clockers leading by 9. Coming up on 4 minutes to go, first half action. The home opener and the season premiere of Ashland High School girls basketball on Channel 10, the school channel. Follow the Clockers, boys and girls, all season long on Channel 10.
Nice look.
Hood underneath, blocked by Ferdinand. She thought she had all ball, but she bumped her.
That was
and the foul's going to be on Joyce Ferdinand.
That was an excellent pass. I don't know whether it was the Wells or Rennie, but it was a terrific look. Found her, and Hood moves so well without the ball. Really does a nice job with it. Finds that opening and looks for it.
Lauren has got another free throw.
I got her at 4 for 4 so far.
That's not too bad.
No, that's pretty good.
What's up? About 80, 85%? No.
Give or take a little.
Do you have a pencil?
You got a calculator.
Swish.
She's got 13 of Ashland's 16. 18.
No timeouts by either team. Yet this game. Under 4 minutes to go, first half. Ashland 16, Medway 6.
So I got Ashland for 17.
She made 2, didn't she?
She made 2. But
Did they give us an extra one that we shouldn't have had?
No, I think they're missing one.
Okay. I think there was a steal there somewhere. They force it into Hood, who forces it up and gets the foul on Ferdinand. She can't believe it.
Yeah, that was not a particularly good shot, but she did get the foul.
It's that instinctive reaction when you feel the bump,
Well, it's also
you turn and shoot.
a scorer tends to look for the score still.
Lauren in a rhythm.
She is. Very, very nice arc on that ball. Very nice touch.
Lauren, a sophomore. Daughter of Arthur and Marianne Hood. Nothing but net. This here accidentally gave up a dribble. No real perimeter pressure by the Clockers. A beautiful pass into the silent Erica Marcus, and she converts it.
That was the first real clean shot they had down low.
Nobody had her that for some reason that time. Brooks gets it to Hood or Rennie. It was Hood. Oh, the shooter's roll didn't go away, but Hood lays it in. 20 or 21 to 8. Clockers lead. 12 or 13. Under 3 minutes to go. First half action. Dacier left in the lane. The floater doesn't go. Brooks clears. Hart bringing it up. She's had extended playing time here in the first half.
Yes.
And is in no hurry to bring the ball up. Hood again, not this time.
Got to move that one in a little bit closer.
That could be a foul, but they're going to call a jump, and Ashland retains possession.
Yeah, Lauren's getting a well-deserved rest. She's had a terrific half. I got her for 17 for the half.
She had 18 in the first half against Holliston, 17 already here in the first half against the Medway Mustangs. And I was reading a story today in the Globe. Did you see that story in the Globe, Brian, about the NCAA all-time scoring single game champion?
No, I did not, actually. Who was that?
Bevo Francis.
Bevo.
From Rio Grande College in Ohio.
And what did he score?
He felt a little hot one night against Hillsdale College, and Bevo poured in 113 points to lead the Redmen to victory.
And he probably only shot 40%, right?
The year was 1954. It remains the NCAA record, single game record.
So if there was a three-point shot in vogue at the time, how much would Bevo have scored?
The coach had instructed all of his players accordingly. First of all, they were not allowed to shoot. Secondly, when the other team got the ball, their instructions were to foul them immediately, creating more possessions for his team and more shots for Bevo. Went on to play for the Harlem Globetrotters, but never played in the NBA. Still alive. Courtney Hart gets the rebound under 2 minutes, 21 to 8 Ashland. Bad pass by Zapert. She turned down an open shot to try to work it inside as the Clockers continue to work the paint.
I think the idea was correct, it's just the execution was not. In fact, the defense is a little less aggressive than some of the players that they have on the bench, too.
Zapert just takes away that pass intended for Marcus. She's everywhere.
She's a really good athlete, actually.
Jess Wells gets caught double dribbling. Naska goes base, dishes, they swing it very well. A wide open three for Dacier, and we're going to see 3 free throws, Brian, a rare occurrence at almost every level.
Yeah, that is one the coach does not like you to foul on.
And a good player fouled too, so Medway with a chance to get to respectability here. It's 21-8 with 1:02 left to go in the first half. Clockers leading by 13. Did I say 12? 21-9 now. It's a 12-point lead.
Daisy is excellent form on the free throws. That's the first 3 that she's made.
That one's off the mark. She'll have one more. Try to get the Mustangs into double figures. She does. 21-10. Clockers leading by 11. Courtney Hart. Doubled. Nice pick by Karen Rennie. Now they double Hart again. Brooks comes out to help. They try to swing it. Wells has it. Wide open Jillian Brooks at the top of the key. No good. Rebound. Wells no good. Wells again. She's fouled. They don't call it. Rennie loses the rebound. Medway has it. Under 30 seconds to go. Here comes Dacier on the hard push. Clockers back on defense. Naska just can't find the range. Nice rebound by Marcus, but it doesn't go. She thought she got bumped.
Karen Rennie got good position on for the rebound and maybe have reached in, but she really did a nice job.
Traveling double dribble called against the Clockers as they give up possibly their last possession. 15.5 seconds left in the first half. Ashland with an 11-point lead, 21-10.
Yeah, that may have been one that didn't just look right. That's why he called something. I'm not so sure that was a violation.
Dacier giving herself plenty of time. Naska turns it down. Nice pass to Marcus. She puts it in. Erica Marcus.
A nice look that time by Naska.
3 seconds. Shoot it, Jess. She lets it go. It front rims, and that's the half. And if you're Medway, you have to be happy because they could not buy a basket, had terrible trouble on offense, and are still within shouting distance at 21-12 as the first half comes to an end. Clockers have to be happy. They played 8 players and all played well.
They really did. Their defense was terrific in the first half. Lauren Hood had an outstanding scoring half, of course. And I think overall, she's got most of their points, 17 out of the 21. But overall, they played an exceptionally aggressive defense. They were giving Medway nothing inside. Medway really had to work it. And Ashland's defense really controlled that half the whole time.
All right, we'll be back for the second half in seconds. All right, we're back for the second half. Bob Thacker and Brian Mooney here at the gym at Ashland High School with the Clockers leading the Medway Mustangs 21-12. Any stats, Brian, on the first half?
Well, the stats are relatively slim, but the 3 scorers for Ashland, Lauren Hood led the team with 17, shot 7 from the free throw line. Terrific foul shooting, terrific playing on her half. Jenkins was 0 for 2 from the free throw line with no points. Courtney Hart had 1 hoop, and Jillian Brooks had 1 hoop for 21 points.
So 8 players played for the Clockers, including 2 freshmen, but only 3 scored.
Well, Hood was getting everything. She was certainly playing very well.
And getting to the line.
She got to the line 7 times, or in this case 4 trips to the line for 7 hoops. 18
in the first half against Halston, 17 in the first half against Medway. She's going to start getting a little more defensive attention if this.
Yeah, I would certainly expect that, but I'm not so. Other than unless they put, go to a double team on her, it's a little tough because she moves so well without the ball. You go a box and 1 on her maybe, and even that's I don't think it's going to work. She just moves well without the ball. The ball seems to find her. It really does.
Who scored for Medway?
For Medway, we had Katie Dacier who led the team with 6, 4 for 5 from the line. Erica Marcus had 4, and Annalise Pfeiffer had 2. I would expect that certainly, I almost expect Medway to come out maybe a little more pressing, a little more aggressive defense. Yeah. They kind of started that towards the end of that first half.
Maybe get Daisy to the line more if she can find an opening to the hoop.
They're just basically look at the size out there. They're a relatively small, quick team. You would expect them to want to start to run and get out in front. In order to do that, you really have to turn up the defensive tempo in order to turn up the offense.
Anyone in foul trouble?
I did not get a
Jenkins
foul
has what?
stats. I know Zapert had 2, and Jenkins had at least 2 in the first half. Zapert might have had 3.
First shot of the second half by Ashley Zapert does not connect. So it's Medway ball. They have a 9-point deficit. The Clockers lead 21-12.
That's right. Ashland wants to keep doing the same things they were doing in the first half. Take the ball inside. Look for Lauren Hood.
Naska's troubles continue as that pass just went wild. Now the 3 hit the rim. Yep. Naska scoreless in this game. Is that right, Brian?
Yes, she is.
A lot of shots.
That was
Jackie Jenkins coast to coast.
An excellent coast to coast by Jenkins. Under control the whole way, too. Head up, seeing where she had to go and how she had to do it. She really did a nice job with it.
I always like to get the first basket of the second half.
I agree with you. And I think
who's got it? Is it Hood?
I think that was a quick call timeout, so they would not call the traveling violation from the floor, which they used to do that with the understanding you can't have a pivot foot established if you're sitting on the floor. I never agreed with that call, and I like the way they do it now, which is give them a chance to get rid of the ball. You get up, it's going to be a traveling call, but if you get rid of it, they'll let it go.
First time out of the game.
I think actually I believe they had 1 in the first half, but it was. Ashland certainly doesn't want to call timeout. They're on a roll. They got things going their way. I was a little surprised that Medway didn't. Again, veteran coach that generally will try to get some control. And I think he's probably stunned, too. I don't know that he expected Ashland to come out with this kind of energy and this kind of discipline, actually, to take the ball inside as well as they have. And I said, in Ashland's case, they really have to continue to do that. I think if they can jump out again quick in this half, get another 6 or 7 or 8 point run to start this half, and they'll probably make Medway quit.
Lauren Hood's biggest game last year was 17 against DS, and she's duplicated in the first half of each of the first 2 games this season. Ashley Zapert just misses. Marcus, no. Hood takes it, picks it up.
Yep.
Another casual play here in the second half. Jenkins down the lane looking for the foul, doesn't get it. A scrum. Kelly gets it to Ferdinand. Joyce is fast. She stops and pops. No.
Joyce has, remember from last year too, she had such good form, but just not seem to finish. It just looks smooth as heck, though.
Brooks. No. It falls to Zapert, who misses the layup. Hood's got it. It's a jump ball. Ashland ball on the possession arrow.
Well, apparently it's Medway's.
No, they change it now to Medway. Dacia wants to go on Jenkins. Takes it into the lane. Dishes. They try to get it into Marcus.
Yeah, nice
Jenkins takes it away.
Very nice anticipation
on the
with that
fast
ball.
Gallop. Hood doesn't see Jenkins in time, and a foul called on Katie Dacia.
Yeah, she needed to identify that one a little quicker. Jenkins made the right play and broke to the hoop, and should have got the ball back, actually.
On shooting. Brooks inbounding. Bad pass into Jenkins is taken away by Marcus, and here come the Mustangs. 23-12, Ashland leading by 11. Naska doubled into Marcus. She misses. Marcus again takes it out. Dacia for 3. No. Rebound. Jackie Jenkins, the senior captain.
Medway may be going to that as their offense now. That's 2 or 3 3-pointers they've taken so far this half. If you make those, you can get you back in the game pretty quick, but it's generally not the way to go.
On the cut, Zapert doesn't connect. Hood is there. She didn't make the shot, but she picked up the foul.
That was excellent ball movement by Ashland that time. 3 or 4 crisp passes to get the open J. The fact that it didn't knock it down, but Hood was in the correct position, the right position, as she usually is, to pick up that loose ball and get it back up there. Her first miss from the line.
Regains the form quickly. 24-12, Ashland leading by 12. Medway desperately in need of a 3 or a 2 to make it interesting here. They're just not generating offense as NASCAR travels.
I'm not so sure it's just that they're not generating as much as Ashland is frustrating their offense. They're playing very, very well.
Wells down the lane, too hard. Nice rebound by Zapert. The second one, she picks up the foul.
That was a nice ball fake by Jess Wells that time to take it down the lane. That was really nice. Like her to finish those. That'd be she can be a real help with them.
I don't know. Maybe she needs to take one more step. Instead of putting up that running right-hander, maybe if one more step she could have had a layup.
Zapert's first point tonight.
Being very active, but just the one point. And now another timeout.
Well, and part of that is that last year they almost had to focus their offense through and run their offense through Teresa Di Matteo. And Zapert was the offensive force last year also. She looked for a shot a lot. It looks like so. I mean, they know they're getting some terrific inside looks from Lauren Hood. She's picking up a lot of points underneath, and that's where they probably should flow it through. And Zapert's value to the team may not be as a scorer. She's a very energetic defender. She's a terrific athlete, and maybe that's where her major help to the team will be. She's on the defensive side and the aggressiveness. She does bring an energy to it that most kids don't.
She had a high game of 12 points last year and was the 4th leading scorer behind Di Matteo, Hood, and Jenkins.
And Hood, again, last year was a freshman, I believe. This year she's a sophomore. She's just I like her game. You know, it's not nothing flash, nothing dash. She just seems to be in the right place at the right time and makes that nice soft shot up there.
And front rims that one. Dacier has a breakaway. Wells and Jenkins are back. Did they give that foul to Jess Wells?
Yeah, she hustled back. She followed up the play, hustled back.
That's not a bad block to it.
And I thought she had a lot of ball, but that's okay. It was a nice hustle play. Jenkins stood to take the charge. Dacier made the right move to get around it, and Wells hustled back to make the defensive play.
Clockers only had one 20-point game last year, the whole season. And it was Teresa against Medfield. Jenkins being patient. Brooks goes too far under. Marcus clears to Dacier. The long pass to Ferdinand. She doesn't even look to the hoop. There were 3 Clocker defenders behind her.
Good transition defense on Ashland's part.
They swing it. Kelly. Almost picked off by Jackie Jenkins. Dacier the 3 over the rim. Good work by Teeny Naska to tie up Jess Wells, who had that rebound.
Yeah, she did have it.
And
she actually
just didn't expect the pressure like that.
No, she didn't. I think when she turned, it was just surprising that she was there. She turned right into the pressure.
Clock is retained on the arrow, the possession of the ball. And we're under 11.5 minutes left to go in the game. Ashland 25, Medway 13, Ashland leading by 12. Brooks, the hard drive, hits the shot clock, rebound no good. Jess Wells throws it up. Wouldn't go.
I think Brooks had her arm pulled on her shot.
They swing it pretty well, Medway does. A shot from behind the backboard by Naska doesn't go. Tough work by Marcus and Pfeiffer. No, Danielle Kelly. Doesn't pay off in the bucket, but they still have it out of bounds.
I think actually that's how Medway has to get back in the game. They have to take it to the hoop.
Naska, finally.
Or hit a couple outside shots.
Finally, wide open 12-footer. Zapert swings it into Wells, who's bumped before the shot, in my opinion, but we'll see.
Actually, it was a NBA continuation type, and we felt that she felt the pressure and got it up there. She really was fouled before the shot.
And that is the call. Zapert with a nice move, air balls it. Wells lays it in. Jess Wells.
Was that an air ball, or was she actually trying to pass that ball tapped?
The rainbow pass.
And good baseline defense that time by Ashland. Took it away and forced her out of bounds.
27-15, Ashland leading by 12, 10.5 to go in the game. The home opener for the Clockers. 2002-2003 season. Nice steal by Pfeiffer. Can't take it strong to the hoop, gets it back to Dacier. Kelly calling for the ball. They get it into her. She loses it. Pfeiffer can't shoot. Zapert bumped her too hard.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there.
And Coach Rob Richardson is going to sub her out.
It might be 4 on her. I'm not
Bringing
sure.
Karen Rennie, who started the game but has been out a long time and did not start the second half. Had a lot of tough rebounds in the first half.
Yeah, I thought she played well in that first half.
Marcus short.
That was partially blocked, I think.
Ashland ball. Hit the end line. Jenkins picks up the pace. She finds Hood, who lays it in. Lauren Hood.
20-point night for Hood so far.
Pfeiffer, nothing but nothing. Finds Hood again, Jenkins does.
That was back-to-back terrific entry passes by Jackie Jenkins.
That was a complicated entry pass too, Brian.
I hit her right on the fingers. And
That was threaded, huh?
Threaded, led her away from the pressure right to the basket. I thought it was an excellent pass.
Nothing but net. Is that 21 for Hood?
That is 21 for Hood.
Lauren had 24 in the opener, 21 here tonight with one free throw here left to go. That one doesn't go. Wells, a nice rebound. Jenkins turns down the three, drives the lane, dishes to Wells, in and out.
That's okay. That's the shot you really have to take because you have to make it.
Naska's in trouble, got it out to Kelly. Awkward shot. Rob Richardson asking Jackie Jenkins to slow down the pace of the game. As we're under 9 minutes to go. Wells underneath lays it in.
That's a nice up fake and nuts take to the basket by Jess Wells.
32-15, Ashland leading by 17. In the corner, Nasca, the up fake tripled. Pfeiffer swings it. They always ends up back to Dacier, who says somebody's got to do something. She tries to drive and it gets knocked out of bounds.
Well, she's the team leader and she certainly needs to lead the team. She needs to get the ball and she probably needs to have a far more effective night than she's had so far.
Nasca, the three. No. Hood. With a load of rebounds. Brian, I can't understand how this Medway team gave Westwood such a tussle.
I was thinking the same thing.
Nasca had 14. Dacier had 16 against Westwood.
The fact that it was Westwood's first game may have something to do with it too. I don't know, but
well, maybe everything was flowing for Nasca that night. Maybe the shots were going.
Well, maybe Westwood is not as strong. Maybe
they missed 8 of their first 9 shots. Wolverines did.
So give Ashland credit though tonight though.
There's Nasca with a nice steal and a nice lead pass for Dacier, who gets fouled but no call, and lays it in.
I said give Ashland's defense credit tonight though. They're making Medway look bad too. They're really playing well. And that is the ones that really irk the coach.
Right to Coach Rob Richardson, who almost slammed that ball. In frustration, he hates to see possessions thrown away like that.
Particularly the unforced errors. There's no reason. There's no pressure on the ball, no pressure on the person who's getting
Jill Brooks wasn't even looking, and Jackie just let it go in her direction.
Well, you have to blame that on the person that threw the ball, actually.
Dacier, an awkward drive, but a beautiful shot. She's cut it to 12 with 7 minutes left to go. Medway needs a stop and a basket to make this one interesting here in the final 7 minutes. Clockers need a hoop to keep the Mustangs at bay. Jenkins is hitting the head, gets off a banker, and there's a big bucket that restores a 15-point Clocker lead.
I agree with you. That was a big bucket.
And now almost a steal.
Kind of felt the momentum starting to swing the other way during that last minute or so.
Dacier takes it in the lane, dishes to a wide open Nasca for 3. Did it hit the top? They say play it. Rennie with the board.
Actually, the top is inbounds. It's the foul, the shot clock is out of bounds. Top of the backboard is still inbounds.
But not the superstructure that's holding the ball.
That's correct. If it touches any part of the support, then it's out of bounds.
Lauren Hood's going to be at the line, adding to her team leading 21 points. If she can make a free throw or 2, she gets the first. A sub for the first time tonight. We get a look at Cara Aldridge, a junior, number 10. Hood misses the second. Rennie with the board, tries to go back up. They knock it out of bounds. It stays Ashland ball.
Actually, it was blocked, and that's why it knocked out of bounds. Good step inside, steal away that.
Twice they've done that, Brian. Nice offensive rebounds, and those are gold.
And it should never happen on a free throw.
Oh, maddening for the coach.
It has to be. You have to be aware of where the player is. You have to box out.
I'll say this: I haven't seen the Mustangs too aggressive on the boards tonight.
No, they don't. They don't really have the size. Looks like their game is quickness and speed.
But Hood and Rennie have not been roughed up, or Wells for that matter, at all. I mean, they go for blocks, but they're not really pushing them back and trying to block out Lauren Hood and
I think that's
Jess Wells.
Very valid point, Tubbs. That they're not a physical team. Ashland isn't a physical team. They're physical enough. They're getting in there. They're playing
the right amount.
They really are. Fundamentally, Ashland is outplaying them basically. They're fundamentally sound. Medway hasn't been boxing out as well. Ashland has. You like to see that kind of stuff. force them to their offhand.
We should mention a new team in the Tri-Valley League this year, as Norton joins the league, making it a 10-team league now. I can't think of their nickname right now. They're purple and gold, or purple and white. What are they? The Purple Knights or something?
I do not know.
I can't remember right now. So it's a good addition to the league because it's a color that was previously unknown in the TV.
There you go. Actually,
oh, I think they're They might be Lancers. The Norton Lancers.
We do not know about their sports traditions either, whether they feel good, bad, in different teams, or if any kind of a...
Well, they slotted us a football this year, but we had a real bad day in a season that had almost no good days, as the Clockers went winless in the TVL and overall this season.
Again, good defense by Zapert, kind of forced it to step out of bounds. It was actually, it's not as aggressive. I think they lost a little bit of the intensity they had earlier, but they perhaps don't need it anymore. They have played well. They've earned this win.
Starting unit still in there. Coach Richardson knows this game is not over yet. It's 35-19 with about 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game.
We're just talking about the lack of aggressive play on Medway's part, and Jackie just took one upside the head.
No blood. She looked at her wrist.
Play on. I guess they are in bonus. That's why she's shooting.
Seventh foul of the second half on the Mustangs. She makes the first. She gets the second. I like the way Jenkins follows a routine on each shot at the foul line, placing her feet. Foul shooting is all about rhythm and routine.
I agree with you. That was a walk.
Dribble.
Yeah, that was. Actually, surprisingly, Jenkins, I thought, was a pretty good foul shooter. She's only 1 for 4 tonight, but I think she will improve over the course of the year. She has good form, as you said. She uses a good technique. That was about the first time I've seen a good solid pick set in the league in 2 years. That's a good thing.
Wells to Hood, blocked. And we got a whistle and a technical foul on Coach Rob Richardson.
Now, that you don't like giving away. At least on the plus side, you gave it away while Medway had the ball.
He had to take that technical, Brian, to protect his player.
You think?
You can't let a player one of your players get banged to the ground like that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's partially valid. I mean, it's, you have to.
And there's this strange rule in high school basketball, Brian, that once you've taken a technical, you've lost the right to stand up. You must sit on the bench now for the rest of the game. Dacier adds 2 to the Medway total. It's 36-21. They scored 48 against Westwood. They only have 21 here with less than 5 minutes to go against the Clockers.
Yeah. Again, it has wasn't Medway's poor playing, it was Ashland's aggressive defense.
The new girl double dribbles. Kara Aldrich.
I'd like to see if the technical did any good by getting the next call down here on Hood.
Dacier hasn't quit as she goes for the steal.
The technical worked.
Inspiring. I used to like to take a technical foul once in a while myself. But I always like to knock something over, like a water thing, or kick the bag of balls out onto the court. Jenkins does not convert the first, so she doesn't get the second. It's a 15-point Ashland lead with about 4.5 left in the game. Aldrich thinks better of it. Dacier finds Naska with the up fake. A nice pass to Kelly, who goes up and down, which is one of the many forms of traveling.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that that ball wasn't actually tipped by Ashley Zapert, which kind of forced that.
Something bothered her. Or she would have.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Saves travels. She knew it.
Again, that's two back-to-back pretty
Mad at
solid.
only herself.
Two solid picks looking to be set back-to-back.
Danielle
Like
Kelly is going to be subbed out for Erica Marcus, and Erica will inbound it. I think they needed to go to Marcus more tonight. She seemed to have the form. Inadvertent buzzer. Play on, says the official. Kick ball by AZ.
She has really quick feet, actually. She does that a lot.
Yeah. And Hart is going to take her place, Courtney Hart. A nice hand from the home faithful.
Yeah, she had a nice game. Good aggressive defensive game.
Joyce, no.
Again, her form looks so good. You expect
She went up for that jumper beautifully. And you don't see a lot of jumpers in the girls' game, but the form was perfect, but it just grazed the bottom of the net. Jess Wells with Hood.
Oh,
Who gets it to her, she lays it in on the foul.
Very nicely done by Jess Wells.
38-21. Jess Wells, what's that now, 24?
That is 24 for Hood. But
So she's equaled her first game total.
You give that credit to Jess Wells. That was a nice pass, led her to the basket, got it up high, and took her right to the hoop.
She gets the shooter's roll. 25 points for Lauren Hood. Making a name for herself in the first two games of the Tri-Valley League season. A force to be reckoned with in this league. Wells wanted to find Hood, thought better of it. Brooks is open, turns it down.
Yeah.
Open again, turns it down. Now tries to get it inside to Hood. They say it was deflected out of bounds.
I think that one.
Well, Hood hurt her hand on that one on the hardwood. Toughs it out. Brooks the up fakes. The short jumper hits the side of the backboard, but she got bumped by Erica Marcus.
Again, I think that one may have been, that looked like a mostly ball.
Yeah, Erica had a complaint, but the shot was so wild that I think the officials figured she had to have been hit. Swish. 3 points for Jillian Brooks tonight. Marcus gets the board. We'll get it to Dacier. It's a 19-point Ashland lead, 40-21. Dacier doesn't get the foul or the shot, but gets the rebound. Nasker open outside for a three. Off the mark. Fight for the boards. I think Ferdinand got Wells on the back. Over the top.
The odd thing is, it's the first sign of aggressiveness we've seen out of Medway for most of the night. They tried to attack the backboard.
2:58 to go. Ashland 40, Medway 21. Ashland leading by 19. And a fine start to the season. Clockers will be going to 2-0. The Mustangs will be falling to 0-2.
Nice form, just didn't fall.
You don't want to be falling backwards when you let that free throw go.
Yeah, it looked pretty solid, just didn't get it in.
That one was better, but the result was the same. Dacier just looking at the basket now and nothing else. And as that one floats in, she's saying to herself, why didn't I do that earlier?
I think you're probably right. But
oh, the long cross-court pass to Jenkins. She lays it in. Jackie Jenkins was that from Jillian Brooks?
That was a terrific crossover move by Jenkins there. Looked really smooth.
Kelly's going to try one and make one. 42-25. Ashland leading by 17. The ball goes out of bounds. It stays Ashland ball. Wells doubled. Finds the open Courtney Hart. Ahead to Brooks. The bounce pass from Hood rather to Brooks. And she takes the foul.
An unselfish play by Lauren Hood that time. She probably would have been better off taking it up, but it was a nice unselfish play. I think Coach is going to clear his bench shortly here.
Well, let's hope. 2:08 to go, a 17-point lead. And everyone he's used so far tonight seemed to know what they were doing.
Yeah, it's you're right.
There wasn't any fall off to speak of. But he's got 13 players. He's played 8 tonight, if I'm not mistaken, Brian. The favorite, eight seems to be the favored rotation among basketball coaches.
That is true. That's
the optimal number. Pass a little bit high for Jenkins. She corrals it and gets whacked for the trouble.
The foul situation is something in the neighborhood of 12-2 here. So maybe that technical foul had some validity.
Yeah, Mustang's just hacking away.
Yeah,
now.
You're right. They've certainly.
Which I guess was your point. Jenkins makes the second. Clark presses.
Well,
Dacier breaks it. She meets Jenkins and they give Jenkins the foul with 1:57 to go.
I think they got a blocking foul on the Medway player, actually. Oh, maybe not.
Third foul on Ashland this half, so they'll just inbound it. Dacier again. They give her a 3.
Yeah.
Clockers break the press easily. Hood ahead of the field. She lays it in. Lauren Hood.
You do love to see that. Keep hustling. Play to the whistle.
Full court pressure. They had to break it that time, and that's the way you break it.
Not only when you break it, you got to break it and make them pay. To make them take it off.
If it's done right, it ends up in a layup.
Yep.
Uncontested. Dacier again, no. Hart circling, no 10-second line in the girls' game. The clock is forcing ahead to Hood, who lays another one in. 29.
Give the girl credit. She is hustling, running the floor, and they are finding her.
We could have a 30-point game here if she can find, if the Clockers can find her one more time. Naska the 3. Jenkins looking up. Hood goes to the hoop. She's doubled there. She's open, but Brooks takes it and makes it. The Clockers have hit 50 points for the second straight game. It's 50-28 with 45 seconds left. Dacier dishes. Naska wild. Hood's got the board. We're going to see if she can get a 30-point game. We don't think she has it yet. Hart to Hood.
I don't think they're exactly looking for that. But.
Wells takes it in. Misses. Hood. Oh, there was the chance. One more time. No. Jenkins open at the foul line. Swish. 10 seconds left in the game. 52-28 Ashland. As they count it down. Dacier again. Air ball. A fitting end to a very discouraging night for the Mustangs, as the Clockers just came out and right from the very beginning dominated the Mustangs in every aspect of the game, finishing with a 24-point win. Ashland 52 and Medway 28 was the final score. And Brian, all Clockers all the way against a team that we looked to be at least the second best team in the league based on a stronger performance on opening night against Westwood. They lost by only 14 points, which is the equivalent of a victory against the Wolverines. And the Clockers came in tonight. They came into here. Medway came into the Clocker gym tonight and just got their heads handed to them.
Well, they did. I mean, Ashland, God bless them. They deserved it. They deserved the big win. They deserved the blowout win. They really did work at it. They looked inside to start with. They looked inside at the end. They picked up the aggressiveness through the whole game, other than maybe a couple of, a little lull in towards in the second half there, that they weren't as aggressive. But when they needed to, they had it. They played terrific defense. Lots of give and goes. The first couple of solid picks that I've seen set in Ashland in a couple of years, actually. It's like, I like to see that.
The girls don't bother much with them.
No, well, they don't, and it requires, it's excellent. A well-coached team. They really were. They looked like a well-coached team tonight. They looked like a solid team. Hood wound up with her 29. You said she came just a little under 30, but she had a heck of a game. She looks like she missed only two or three free throws out of 10, 12, so it was like 75, 85% from the free throw line.
Jenkins looked like a real floor leader out there to me also, Brian.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Not only was she a floor leader, she scored 10 points in the second half. I think Ashland wound up score. I'm not sure what the halftime score was, but it was somewhere, they scored about even, 25-25 in each half. I like the balance.
21 to 12 at the half, I think. Yeah.
I like the balance a little bit more in the second half.
Yep.
It wasn't all Lauren Hood, and I think they need that. They're going to require scoring from places other than one player, because she will, as you say, she'll get a reputation real quick that she's the one you got to look to stop.
Zapert was her usual aggressive, active self on defense. Brooks played well. Jillian Brooks. Karen Rennie got a lot of rebounds. Jess Wells got a lot of rebounds and some buckets.
Yeah, not just that. She had 4 points. It wasn't just her rebounding. She had excellent defense. She had a couple of really sharp assists. She played a nice game. She really did play a nice game. The whole team played a real nice game, actually.
And Sam Tejada and Courtney Hart, the two freshmen, got their feet wet tonight and did very, very well.
Yeah, there wasn't much sloppiness tonight. It was pretty crisp the whole game. As I said, they earned this blowout. They really did. They were clearly the better team, and maybe that's maybe surprised a little bit that you thought Medway was going to be stronger than they showed tonight anyway, and they may still. I mean, Daisy.
We'll have to see how the season plays out.
Daisy is always. She looks like she's a player no matter what.
Medway 0-2, Ashland 2-0 at this early juncture of the season. Lots of action left to come all winter long, and we'll have it for you right here on Channel 10, the school channel. And our thanks tonight to Bethany Duca and Brian and Tom Kenny, our producer and director tonight. I'm Bob Thacker. This is Brian Mooney. We'll see you again next time on Ashland High School basketball.
A continuation of that, the player of the game. And
the player of the game. I'm sorry.
Fairly obvious that it's going to go to
Brian
Lauren.
Mooney player of the game.
I'll tell you the honest truth. Though it's going to say it was Lauren Hood because of the 29 and because of the terrific rebounding and the terrific positional play. But I really like the way that Jackie Jenkins, Jess Wells, and Ashley Zapert played tonight.
Sounds familiar.
They played well. But yeah.